Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, everybody. It is late Sunday, November 5th, and you know what that means. It is time for the High Risk Wrestling Podcast. As always, you can check out the socials, Charismatic Creations on Facebook and YouTube, Charismatic_Creations52 on Instagram, the 215 on Twitter, Coffee, Patreon. Don't forget to check out the new episode of Flashback Friday, the first episode of Flashback Friday. And without further ado, this is the news. Drilistico has confirmed that he is officially signed with AEW, the third member of Los Fantasma. I can't say LFI, the trio faction on AEW. He's part of that, and he is officially with the company. Now, Fightful Select has learned that AEW and Warner Bros. Discovery haven't come to terms yet on their streaming deal. I think it's inevitable that they will get a streaming deal with them. It's trying to follow what NBC Universal did when they bid on SmackDown, because you know SmackDown's moving to USA next year, and TNT just wants to shore up their sports, and what NBC Universal offer for SmackDown is causing some pause. The legal battle between MLW and WWE has taken an interesting turn. MLW accused WWE of once again engaging in anti-competitive practices and essentially crying foul play. They claim that Vince uses influence to, make sure they don't get a streaming deal. So, in a quest for quote-unquote justice, they requested 22 years of WWE data as part of their lawsuit. But the twist happened this past Halloween, where the United States District Court Northern Division of California San Jose Division decided to slam the brakes on MLW's motion to strike many of WWE's potential defenses. Some of WWE defenses were given for the green light, signaling a new phase in the legal showdown, the discovery phase. It's not over. It's going to get much, much deeper. The reason Fox decided to pull the plug on SmackDown was essentially they weren't getting the return on investment for advertisement, and that's it. Plain and simple. That's why. USA thinks otherwise, and we'll take them. If y'all haven't seen, Kairi Sane is back, returned at Crown Jewel, aligning herself with Io Sky, and Bayley had no idea. This is going to be fun, and Kairi is officially a part of the SmackDown roster. An update on Sammy on our injury side of things: he has not been given the medical clearance yet after he suffered that concussion on the October 18th episode of Dynamite. Alex Shelley assures fans that he will recover from his recent injury. He is the current Impact Wrestling World Champion. He had to pull out of a GCW and a Wrestling Revolver show, so he just has a pulled muscle in his calf. But on the viewership side of things, ratings: Raw pulled in 1.3 million viewers with a 0.43 and 18-49 demo. Dynamite pulled to 832,000 viewers with a 0.28 in the 18-49 demo. That is up from the previous week. SmackDown pulled in 2.0 million viewers with a 0.64, 18-49 demo. That is definitely up from last week when they were on Fox Sports 1. Rampage pulled in 300,000. 280,000 viewers with a 0.13 in the 18-49 demo. Collision pulled in 356,000 viewers with a 0.11 in the 18-49 demo. That is the news, and we shall be right back with the week in review. All right, let's dive into the week in review. We had a couple go-home shows this week and some more world building, but we're going to start with Monday Night Raw. This was the Crown Jewel go-home show. This show gets a fist, and you know exactly how this show started, with someone from the Judgment Day. So we went with Rhea Dom and Gina McDonough. They start the show. They just standard stuff. So Sami Zayn comes out and interrupts them and says he will stop them and make sure they don't have all of the power. Dom defeated Ricochet with the help from JD McDonough, and Ricochet finally, hits back after the match. So it looks like Ricochet will be a part of whatever War Games match they'll be doing, because it looks like the War Games match will be for Raw, and I think the War Games match for the women will be for SmackDown. Probably Damage Control, Bayley. I would probably say Bayley, Io, Kairi versus Bianca, Charlotte, Asuka, and Shotzi. Something like that. The debuting Creed brothers, along with Ivy Now, defeated the Alpha Academy, and respect was shown after their match. This was pretty good. This was pretty good. It looks like I feel like what we're going to do is now that what's his name, Tozawa is part of the Alpha Academy. Tozawa and Otis will be the tag team, while Chad Gable will be the singles person for the group. The New Day over costume is Finn and Damien. We're back there with Finn and Damien. Damien has a problem with Rhea putting him in a match, but she reassures him that it's all a part of the plan. We had Miz TV with Gunther, who didn't show, and this was to essentially start the face turn for the Miz. Imperium ran down the Miz and then introduced Gunther, who says the Miz can't be serious. He's the Miz. He's a great entertainer, but not a great wrestler. And this pissed the Miz off, who attacked Gunther and escaped after Gunther gave him a big boot. DIY defeated Imperium. Xia Li TKO'd Candice Michelle in their match. I just did the same thing Michael Cole did. Candice LeRae, not Candice Michelle. Xia has to keep winning matches like this to solidify her as a badass. We had Drew McIntyre video package talking about his time as the champion during the pandemic, and he's going to make people forget about that when he defeats Seth at Crown Jewel. Seth, meanwhile, says beating McDonough will get him ready for a Saturday, and that he is over the bloodline, unlike Drew. McDonough attacked Seth during this quick backstage interview, and then Seth defeated McDonough in their match. Adam Pearce off for Ricochet in the spot in the IC title showcase, but he still wants the Judgment Day. Piper and Chelsea Green come in dressed as Jim Neidhart and Bret Hart. It's hilarious. They complained about the Trick or Street fight, but then Chelsea defeated Natalya anyway in the Trick or Street fight, and there was a cameo by Nikki Cross. We'll see what we're doing with her. In the main event, Damian Priest defeated Sami Zayn by DQ after Jay kicked him, and a brawl broke out over on Dynamite. The push towards full gear continues. The show gets a fist. We opened up with actually last week on Dynamite to catch people up. I'm glad we did that. MJF will have to find 3 partners. Adam Cole, who was on screen, does MJF he should take up Samoa Joe on his offer, and then the Devil appears after Roddy the King appears. Who is the Devil? Orange Cassidy retained the International Championship against Claudio. This was a fantastic match. Mox attacked Cassidy after the match and kept beating him down until finally Claudio stopped him. It's getting ooey gooey. MJF wanted Omega's help, but Jericho shook the dirt on MJF's face. Wardlow tells MJF he's going to take everything from him, and he declines the Acclaimed help. The Mogul MC win back the ring around the 6-man tag team titles after Swerve baited Hangman. It's funny enough, Hangman tagged himself out of the match first before leaving to go after Swerve. MJF gets no help from Joe, won't do Darby, and still declines the Acclaimed. Christian inadvertently pushes Adam Copeland to be Sting's and Darby's partners after he had Luchasaurus and Nick Wayne attack Adam Copeland. Jericho and Kenny Omega defeated Cool Hand and Daddy Magic. Jericho tells Don Callis that Ibushi will join them and that they have one more person who's bigger than Will Hobbs, and that would be Paul White standing on the stage, and he knocked out Kyle Fletcher. Looks like who's part of the Don Callis family. Now in the Elite's locker room, the Bucks as Omega, we're supposed to be elite, we're supposed to be friends, why do you have our backs? And they tell Jericho they didn't forget about what he did to their dads. This is cool. Jericho owns up to everything he does, so we'll see how this shakes out. Ricardo defeated Willow Nightingale, retaining the Women's World Championship. This is just stupid because the prior week, Willow literally lost a number 1 contenders match, and then the following week she gets a title shot anyway. I understand if you were, okay, so after the match, Tony comes out and she didn't need certain chases her away. And then Julia Hart comes, flashes to the ring, confronts Willow, and Sky missed Julia. Okay, if you were going to do all of that, you didn't need to have Sheeta and Tony here. You could have had Willow face someone else in a showcase match. Hell, you could have had Ruby face Willow and have Ruby get the W, and then still have Julia Hart come out. Just better booking would help. Just make it make sense. MJF declined the claims help one more time, and then Jeff Jarrett and the crew laugh at him. And then, of course, the Bullet Club Gold defeated who? MJF and the Acclaimed and Daddy Ass. Yeah, and then they scissored after the match. It was cool. Over on Impact, we're building towards the TNA rebound, so we're kind of in a couple lame duck shows. Joe Henry won the Impact Cup, defeating Cass. Moose, Brian Myers, and Deonna Purrazzo defeated Subculture. Grotto defeated Trey Miguel. Trinity defeated Emerson Jane, and the Most of the Machine Guns defeated Josh Alexander and Eric Young. That Friday we had Turning Points. On Turning Point, Josh Alexander, Eric Young defeated Subculture. Giselle Shaw defeated Alex Windsor. Rich Swann defeated Trey Miguel. Jordan Grace defeated Danny Luna. Joe Hendry defeated Simon Miller. Yeah. Moose and Brian Myers defeated Cass and Chris Sabin. Trinity defeated Deonna Purrazzo, retaining the Knockouts Championship. And in the main event, Will Ospreay defeated Eddie Edwards. Over on SmackDown, we got our go-home show for Crown Jewel. We opened up with Roman Reigns and LA Knight just having a really good face-to-face in-ring promo. They just threw shots at each other. Essentially, both men are confident, but LA Knight reassures Roman that if he loses, he's coming back. Go check out Irish Wrestling Podcast, see what happened at Crown Jewel. Kevin Owens defeated Austin Theory. This is weird because I know you want to build up Austin Theory. KO could have defeated somebody. He could have defeated anybody else besides Austin Theory. Bianca vows revenge on Damage Control. The Damage Control attacked her while they were backstage. Logan Paul has a friendly conversation with Bobby Lashley and the Street Profits, and then leaves. And B-Fab approaches Lashley and she wants to talk to him alone. So, will B-Fab be joining the Street Profits of Bobby Lashley? Charlotte and Shotzi defeated Piper and Chelsea. This match went 3 minutes. Whatever. Heyman hyped Solo as the future tribal chief. Solo finally speaks and says, "Yo, Cena, I just had my marching orders, and I gotta destroy you." Cena, who was selling the spike, had a raspy voice. He's like, "Yo, we waited a whole year for you to talk. That's what you got to say." He's like, "Yo, I'm gonna just kill you in 90 seconds," and he absolutely destroys Solo, calls him a bargain. Basement Tessie goes, "Yeah, that only took me 30," and then walked off. Nick Aldis banned Damage Control from ringside from their match from Bayley's match against Bianca, but not in the title match. Pretty Deadly defeated the Brawling Brewster in a good old-fashioned Donnybrook match. Rey Mysterio hit Logan Paul after their weigh-in. In the main event, Bianca Belair defeated Bayley, and then she KO'd her through the announce desk after the match. Over on Rampage, Penta defeated Komander and Vikingo, and yeah, it's hard to describe this match. Just watch it. It's awesome. Jeff Jarrett and crew says they don't need Ortiz and hype Jay Lethal the next Ring of Honor World Champion, and Ortiz says he will deal with them. Next, the Guns defeated Matt Sydal and Christopher Daniels. Ruby wishes Tony was still with her and Soraya. Soraya tells Ruby to shut up, then apologizes and says not to worry. If you stick with her as in Soraya, not worry about Tony, I'll make you a star. Ruby and Cool Hand flirt some more. Menard wants to know why Angelo Parker didn't smash Jericho with Floyd. And Parker's like, "Yo, let's just worry about Garcia helping with his match." Sky Blue defeated Marina Shafir, and Daniel Garcia defeated Trent Beretta in the main event. This was pretty good. Garcia challenges MJF to a World Championship match for Dynamite. Over on Collision, this was a good world building show. The opening contest, Swerve defeated AR Fox, returning AR Fox, and a brawl broke out after the match between FTR, the Mogul Embassy, Big Bill, Ricky Starks, and then LFI clears the ring, and the House of Black watches from above. That's a lot going on. LFI, who really had nothing to do with any of these storylines, just asserted their dominance. MJF accepted Daniel Garcia's challenge because he says that there are a lot of, actually, no, I want to get this in quotes. He says that there are, where is it at? He says that these and all of the wrestling, there's a lot of old men talking and young men dying. And he asks, am I getting one of the best professional wrestlers or sports entertainers? His match is going to be hot, y'all. It's just going to be hot. So Jeff accepted Dan Garcia's challenge. Kip Sabian allies himself with the Workhorsemen and challenged Mark Briscoe to a trios match later in the evening. The Kingdom won a squash match. Roddy got out of the wheelchair and wouldn't need one of the dudes that the Kingdom just beat, and they immediately collapsed. It was the Flying too. They immediately collapsed to the ground. And then they rolled him back to the wheelchair. Oh, hilarious. FTR offered Mark Briscoe their help, but he says he's got partners, so don't worry about that. They need to worry about their tag match for later in the evening. Darby defeated Lance Archer. And Jake the Snake says it's not over because he's got more people with him. He's building an army, and the Righteous come out who are now in line with Jake Roberts and Lance Archer, and Archer gives Darby Allin a blackout after the match. We had the Acclaimed 69-day celebration. It was fun. It was just fun. Don Castle and the boys came out to destroy the trophy, and then the Acclaim, and then the promptly match retained the Trios Championships. This was weird. It was fun, but like, do we really need Don Castle and the boys as heels? I don't think we need to do that. Andrade says he will give CJ an answer when he's ready. The Mark Briscoe and his mystery partners, Keith Lee and Dustin Rhodes, defeated Kip Sabian and the Workhorsemen. The Mark Briscoe challenges Jay White for his championship match spot against MJF. So that will go down on Dynamite. Willow Nightingale defeated Emi Sakura. That was just a good way to get Emi on TV and get Willow a win after suffering that championship loss. Samoa Joe says he's beaten everyone, and now he's the longest reigning Ring of Honor TV champion in history. And then Keith Lee approaches him, says, "You beaten everyone, you ain't beat me." And now Wednesday, Hawes fight, meat and beef. I am so ready for it. And in the main event, FTR and LFI defeated Ricky Starr's Big Bill in the Gates of Agony. The House of Black attacked FTR after the match, but then the BCC attacked the House of Black after the match. I don't know what's going on. All I know is I like it. Our matches of the week from Monday Night Raw: the debuting Creed Brothers versus Alpha Academy. This was tag team wrestling. From NXT, Ilja Dragunov defending the NXT Championship against Carmelo Hayes. These two just know how to make magic together. From Dynamite, Orange Cassidy defending the International Championship against Claudio Castagnoli. From Turning Point, Trinity defending the Knockouts Championship against Deonna Purrazzo and Will Ospreay versus Eddie Edwards from that same show. From Smackdown, Bianca Belair versus Bayley. This is one of the few times where it was just Bayley. And yeah, you see what happens when it's just Bayley. She just gets to wrestle and not have to do all this interference bullshit. Yeah, it was great because Bayley's a great fucking wrestler. For Rampage, Penta, El Zero, Meido versus El Hijo, Del Vikingo versus Komander. Wow, just wow. And also from Rampage, Daniel Garcia versus Trent Beretta, a star of the week. Double up. We're going to double up on them. Io Sky and Kairi Sane, because it's Io Sky and Kairi Sane and Simon Miller. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. That is our show. Don't forget to check out the socials on Charismatic Creations on Facebook and YouTube. Charismatic_Creations 52 on Instagram and the 215 on Twitter. Please don't forget to check out the High Risk Wrestling podcast every single Saturday. I am your host, Jeremy Pearson. I will see you when I see you. Peace.